Imagine brands begging to sponsor you, all because you started a podcast. Hey, it's your channel name. And today we're cracking the code on how to start a podcast and get sponsors in 2025. We're talking real deals, real money, like Joe Rogan's $250 million Spotify deal. Even small podcasts with a dedicated following are pulling in serious cash. Let's roll. Let's talk about why podcasting is blowing up right now. It's huge. We're talking about a potential audience of 500 million listeners worldwide. Brands are desperate to tap into these engaged audiences. They're throwing money at podcasts, sponsoring episodes, running ads. Even if you're just starting out, you can build a loyal following and start generating serious income. Look at my favorite murder. Two friends chatting about true crime, now pulling in $10 million a year. The barrier to entry is low, but the potential for growth and income is massive. So, if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, now is the time. First things first, you gotta find your niche. What are you passionate about? What do you know a ton about? That's your sweet spot. It could be anything. True crime, fitness, business, and finance. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Pick a lane, own it. Sponsors love targeted audiences. Finding your niche is about more than just attracting sponsors. It's about building a community. When you're passionate about your niche, it shows. That authenticity is what keeps listeners coming back for more. Alright, so you've got your niche. Now let's talk about getting your podcast off the ground. You don't need a ton of fancy equipment to get started. Keep it simple. You want a decent microphone. I recommend the Audio-Technica ATR 2100X. For recording and editing, check out riverside.fm. It records in crystal clear HD audio and has built-in editing tools. Once you've got your recording and editing sorted, you need a place to host your podcast. Buzzsprout is a great option, especially for beginners. The key here is to not get bogged down in the technical stuff. Just start recording. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Consistency is key. Try to release one episode a week. Okay, so you're pumping out great content. Now it's time to start growing your audience. First up, TikTok. Create short, engaging clips of your most interesting segments. Use trending sounds, jump on relevant hashtags, and watch your views explode. Another powerful strategy is collaboration. Reach out to other podcasters in your niche and invite them to be guests on your show. You get to cross-promote your content, and your listeners get exposed to new voices. You don't need millions of downloads to start attracting sponsors. Once you hit around 1,000 downloads per episode, you're in a good position to start pitching brands. Alright, now for the part you've all been waiting for, landing those sweet sponsorships. The key is to be strategic about it. Think about your niche, think about your audience, and target brands that align with what you're doing. There are also platforms out there that connect podcasters with potential sponsors. Podcorn is a popular one. They've got a huge database of brands looking to sponsor podcasts. Now let's talk about rates. You can expect to charge anywhere from $20 to $50 per 1,000 downloads, and you can stack multiple sponsorships on top of each other. Don't forget about affiliate marketing either. Audible is a popular one. They pay podcasters $15 for every new member they refer. It's a great way to monetize your podcast without having to rely solely on sponsorships. The podcasting game is constantly evolving, so you gotta stay ahead of the curve. First up, Descript. It uses AI to transcribe and edit your audio. You can literally edit your audio by editing the text transcript. Next, Patreon. This is a membership platform that allows your most loyal listeners to support your podcast directly. They can sign up for different tiers, each with its own perks. It's a great way to build a deeper connection with your audience and generate recurring revenue. And finally, Anchor. This is Spotify's podcasting platform. They've got some cool new monetization features, like the ability to sell subscriptions directly to your listeners. It's a great way to reward your most loyal fans and generate another stream of income. Alright, I've thrown a lot of information at you, so let's break it down into an actionable plan. Here's your 4-step launch plan to get your podcast up and running. Step 1. Today, pick your niche. Write down 3 to 5 potential niches and then choose the one that excites you the most. Step 2. Tomorrow, record a 10-minute test episode. Don't worry about making it perfect, just focus on getting your thoughts out there. Step 3. Week 1, start promoting your podcast on social media. Create a TikTok account and start sharing those engaging clips we talked about. Step 4. Week 2, reach out to 5 potential sponsors. That's it. 4 simple steps to launch your podcast and start generating income. Look at the podcast lore. Started as a passion project, a dude telling spooky stories in his spare time. Now, it's a hit TV show raking in millions from sponsors and deals. That's the power of podcasting. You don't need millions of listeners to be successful. Just a dedicated crew who digs your vibe. That's your roadmap to podcast riches. If this fired you up, like, subscribe and hit that bell. Next time we're decoding another hustle. Let's make 2025 your money year.